In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 campaigns that you should be running in November, structured around Black Friday, that has the potential to drive massive amounts of cash into your gym. In fact, in my 4 gyms in 2024, when we ran these plays, we generated $175,000 in new cash in 24 hours running these plays. So let's dive in and cover them in a very high level. Now, this video is going to be pretty short, but can be extremely valuable for you. What I'm going to give you is the frameworks and the 3 various plays that you should be running in November, structured around Black Friday. Now, first and foremost is you want to make sure that you take advantage of Black Friday and of November, because the human psychology is that in this month, they know there's massive discounts. They're prepared to spend money. So we want to take advantage of that. Now, I know I mentioned our success last year. In 2023, when we ran this, we drove $105,000 in our 4 gyms. Last year, we were able to make an improvement and we drove $175,000 in our 4 gyms, which averaged almost $44,000 per gym. The best part was I actually gave this play to a friend of mine who owns another gym, and he beat my numbers. And in his one gym, he generated over $60,000 in new revenue running these plays, specifically the one for clients. So I'm going to cover these 3 campaigns high level so that you can take the framework of it and then build something similar that you can execute in your gym. I really want you to take advantage of this time of year and these various offers. So first and foremost is new leads. Now, what you want to do in the month of November is structure something around Black Friday, again, where the human psychology is like getting a value, getting a discount, something along those lines. But you don't necessarily have to massively discount your program, especially with new people coming in the door. So with the 12-week giveaway, what you're going to do is with this promo, you're going to market a giveaway where someone can win. Now, in this document, this is specifically what I'm doing with our clients within Elite Gym Systems. We're giving away a 12-week ultimate transformation experience that's valued at over $2,000. In your gym, you can create whatever you want. It could be a 1-month thing. It could be a 2-month thing. It could be a 3-month thing. What is very important, which I'm going to get to in a moment, is the thing that you give away needs to match the thing that then you're going to try to sell, which I'm going to explain. So as you're thinking through this, it's something that you might not want to create, maybe like a 12-month program that's like worth $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000, because that might be challenging to ultimately sell when you go to do this in a moment. So first thing you need to do is create something that you're going to give away. For our clients, as I mentioned, that's going to be a 12-week ultimate transformation experience at a little over $2,000. So you start running your ads that, hey, we're giving away this thing that you create, and people start opting in because they want to win that thing. You're going to do that for about the course of 3 to 5 days. So you don't stretch this out over weeks and weeks. It's just short and sweet, and you get a bunch of opt-ins. You also want to make sure that you control the opt-ins, because you're going to award one winner, but you're going to reach out to everybody else. So you don't want to get 500 people opt in, because you're not going to be able to successfully reach out to 499 of them. It might only be 30, it might be 40, it might be 50. Somewhere in that neck of the woods. It's probably not much more than 50. Definitely not much more. Definitely not much more than 100. So you get people to opt in, and what you're going to do is you're going to pick one person who wins the grand prize. So whatever you create as the grand prize, that's the person that is going to win that thing. Then what you're going to do is you're going to reach out to everybody else. So let's say, for example, that you did get 50 people opt in. You're going to award one person that grand prize. So you have 49 people that you are going to reach out. And what you're going to do is you reach out to them and you say, hey, you didn't win, the grand prize, our 12-week ultimate transformation experience valued at $2,239. But we did pick you as a second prize winner, and you've won a massive discount off that 12-week ultimate transformation experience. Do you have a few minutes to set up a quick call to talk about it? So that is what you are doing. You're giving everybody else a second place prize, and it gives you an excuse to reach out to them. Now, a few things that you want to avoid when you do reach out to them: you don't go through everything that they want. You don't say, you've won this thing, it's worth this much money, this is what you get. You don't do that in an email or a text message. You just say, hey, you've won our second place prize, which is, saving X amount of dollars off the 12-week ultimate transformation experience. Do you have a few minutes to chat about it? Then you schedule a call, and on that call, that's where you're going to walk them through the program, what they've won. Make sure you talk to them about their goals, make sure it's a good fit. So now it becomes a sales call. And on that call, you will then sell them into this program. Now, this program that you create, when I said you might not want to make like a 12-month program that's valued at $7,000, the reason that is because you need to make sure that the thing you sell, which is this, is the same thing that you give away, but you're going to discount it. When you value stack and you create value, that's where you pull everything out and you can create a high amount of value. The price that you're going to sell it for, is only about 10% off of its regular price. So for example, in my 4 gyms, if someone signs up for 12 weeks of our Plus program, it's worth $899. So in this example, what we're going to do is say you get it for $799. But the reason it works so well is because they've been opting in and seeing that it's worth $2,239. And so when you go to sell it, even though it's pretty much full price, there's a perceived value gap because they've been entering in to win this big thing. And so that's why this works well. So again, just to recap, you're going to create a grand prize that you're going to give away. You want it to be worth a significant amount of money, but you pull that out with value stacking. Then what you're going to do, give that to one person. Everybody else wins the second prize, which is that same program, but now you're going to just sell it at about a 10% discount of your normal price. And you're going to schedule a quick call where you could bring them into facility, whatever works best for you, and then sell them into that program. That is the play that you're going to run for leads. So this has the potential to generate, imagine if you sold 10 people at $800 a pop, that's $8,000 that you could be generating. Now, you can split this into weekly or monthly payments if you need to, if there's a price objection, but you do want to try to collect the cash up front. So you can see if you were to sell 10 people, now you've already reached $8,000. So that is the first play that you want to build. I'm not going to give you like all the details because you might want to create a different program, etc., but that gives you the framework of how to create it. Let's go down to members. Now, this is where you can make the bulk of your revenue for Black Friday, and that is offering your current members a prepay or a paid in full membership. Now, you need to make this sexy. That's the only way that this works really well. And so what I have found works really well is buy 12 months and get 6 free. So they're going to pay for 12 months of your program upfront. So for me, for example, at my 4 gyms, that's the equivalent, that's worth $2,600. So someone is going to pay me $2,600 for 12 months, and I'm going to give them 6 months for free. Yes, it's a big promo. Yes, it's really sexy, but it works really well. You are usually able to sell anywhere from 4 to 10 of these memberships, and it's up to you, and you can control how many that you want to sell. The way that I'm sweetening it this year, because we tested this in another prepay and this also worked really well, is anyone who purchases this one right here, we're going to put them into a draw to win a second membership. So this is in total 18 months of membership. We're going to give them a second membership that they get to give to a friend or a family member. So they get to become a hero in the eyes of that friend or family member. And to you, it doesn't really cost anything with your service to be able to do that. And so, yes, it's very sexy. Yes, it seems like you're giving away a lot, but it has the potential to drive massive amounts of cash into your business. So that is how you structure your offer for your members. Now, when you go to market this, what you're going to do is you're going to do it in 2 weeks. Your first week is going to be a hype week. And in that hype week, you're saying to your members, hey, we're about to unlock like an awesome savings for Black Friday. That's going to be an email that you send out on Monday. On Wednesday, you say, hey, it's coming soon. This is what you're going to get. You don't tell them the price, but you're going to say, hey, you're going to be able to buy 12 months, get 6 free, and anyone who enters is going to win a second 18-month membership to give away. You're not letting them know the price. Then in that hype week on the Friday, you're going to send out another email and you're going to say, hey, this is what you're getting, but now you're going to say it's only going to cost, X amount of money. So for me, for example, it's going to cost $2,600, but they're going to buy 12 months, get 6 free, and go into that draw for that second membership. And then what you do on the Sunday, you're going to say, hey, tomorrow at 8 a.m., we're releasing this thing. Then on the Monday, you send out an email where people can actually now start buying, when your clients can start buying this offer that you put together, and just do it in 24 hours. That's all that it takes. The reason you can do it in 24 hours is because of the hype week. If you don't do the hype week, you can't just send out an email out of the blue and says, hey, here's this offer. You have 24 hours to buy it, because they haven't thought about it. They don't know what's coming. You got to do the hype week first. But if you do that, you can do a quick blast, only 24 hours. It creates a real urgency and scarcity, and then you can have success with it. And in my 4 gyms, we average 7 clients that buy this. So you can do the math. 7 times $2,600 is a good amount of cash. So that's the offer that you're going to run for members. That's where the majority of, these numbers have come from. And then finally is an offer that you're going to make to past members. Now, what I have found this year is creating a mini prepay membership for past clients seems to be the best offer to get them back into your facility. Remember, these are people that have been members. They know about you. They know your schedule. They know what you offer. They know your service. A lot of times people leave because they kind of stopped coming in, and then therefore it seemed expensive and that value wasn't there. That's okay. It happens to a percentage of clients. So the reason that this works so well is because they're valuing the discount and the price. It's okay. I'm not a big believer in discounting programs in your gym. However, there's a few times a year that I think it's okay to do it. And Black Friday in November is one of those times. And so for your past members, if you create an offer where they prepay for 3 months, let's say your membership is $200 a month. So they're going to pay you $600 and you're going to give them another 3 months for free. So they're basically getting 6 months for $600. It's a great deal for them, but it drives cash for you. And remember, these are past clients, and it's hard sometimes to get them back in the facility. A lot of times they feel nervous and embarrassed when they've left. And if you engage them with a really attractive offer where they feel special, that will bring them back into the facility. Now, sometimes after the 6 months, they won't stick around, but sometimes they do. So overall, it's a massive win. So what you're going to do is they get to buy January, February, and March. They're going to pay for those months in advance, and you're going to give them December, April, and May for $0. So that's how you're going to structure the offer. Again, buy 3 months, get 3 free. Now, structure it the same as you're going to do with members. You're going to do a hype week where you're going to send out 4 emails on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Monday saying, hey, this big thing is coming. Wednesday saying, hey, we're about to release this thing, but you don't tell the price. Friday, you're saying, hey, we're releasing this thing and this is what it's worth. Then on Sunday, you're saying, tomorrow we're releasing this thing. And then finally on the Monday, when you open up sales, it's going to be short and sweet. And you're going to open up sales for this buy 3 months, get 3 free. So these are the 3 campaigns that you should be running come November. They're very sexy offers, one around your new leads, one around your clients, one around your past clients. It has the potential to drive massive amounts of revenue into your business. Now, if you want more details on how to set this up, I've got a free community for gym owners who are looking to scale their gyms to $40,000 to $80,000 a month. The link is in the description. It's free to join.